It's 35 degrees.
In here?
Everywhere. Both in here and outside. We've just gotten used to it, so 35 feels not terrible, but maybe a bit chilly. Especially if you've been bundled up. What?
That tells me the fire is going.
Well, I barely started lighting it at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I mean, how much heat do you expect in 45 minutes of it catching? Bagel and cream cheese?
I can do that if you want to do the, I'll cook the egg and everything for my own lunch. She can help me with the,
Container?
container, scoop the rice so you can get that kind of stuff.
Right. It'll probably be one of the round glass ones.
Okay.
Because I don't know where your other container is. Hi.
And the hanging tree. Spring the Atlantic, spring the recipe. Are you in the hanging tree? In the water. In the hanging tree, strange stuff and come on, get off. There you go.
Carolyn is out grabbing me some cleaning material. I'm getting ready to work on pocket watch that I have here. It's an English-made pocket watch. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Kinda, but doesn't do it justice. It's a beautiful, beautiful handmade watch from England. Every component of this would have been handmade with very rudimentary technology. Very, very, very simple tools were used to create such a beautiful watch. When this one was produced, I believe the approximate date on its case, I think it's like 1892. So I mean, by 1892 there was obviously some very good equipment that was out at the time. But this particular group, Given, is who makes this. This is number 765. Again, this camera doesn't like to focus really close. But this is number 675 of 1,000 pieces ever made by this company. And it was a family-owned group. This is an 18-karat gold case, according to the the numbers and everything on it. The lettering for the date codes comes out to be around 1892. So, what I got to do is I got to cut a new balance staff for it. And for those of you that don't know what a balance staff is, this is the balance. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. That is the balance. That is the heartbeat of the watch. That's what makes the ticking noise in a mechanical watch, basically. Lots and lots of detail on that I could give, but I'm not going to. It would sound like gibberish to most people, but there's a little thin spring on there. I don't know if I can get any better details. There we go. With a little more detail. Yes, it's a very beautiful handmade piece, and I have to cut or remake that pointy portion of it, the arbor that it rides on. You can see the top of it there. The very, very top point is too short. It's broken. So I have to take that out of the balance and cut a new one. So to give you an idea of how small that is, I mean, there's a regular coffee cup. Okay. Next to the balance, it's very small, very, very small. The component that I have to cut by hand on a lathe, or in some cases in the old days they would use a watchmaker's turn. Okay, this is a watchmaker's turn that I had built. It's based on what they call the 3-nail method. Yes, it is quite literally nails driven into a piece of hardwood. In the old days, they would have driven it directly into their bench. Excuse the noise, the little one over there is working on her bench. I built that for her the other day, and she seems to be quite happy taking away at her little bench. A watchmaker's turn is basically just a miniature lathe, is all it is. You can perform work. Basically, you can turn something down to the size of a human hair, or even smaller on one of these little machines. Again, this is homemade. This is it's based upon a 17th century design that I had come across. I did some upgrades to it. It's actually jeweled. For those of you that don't know what that means, right in there is a jewel that the bearing surface rides on. Same thing within the back there. So it's incredibly accurate, very robust. I mean, it's fragile, but it's robust for what I need to use it for. You're obviously not going to be turning any car parts on this little guy, but it operates exactly the same way. It's a lathe. There's the tailstock with an adjustable portion of the centering stock. Here's the head of the lathe. The stock here is just to adjust the jewel inside here, and eventually I will upgrade it to have a chuck, but at the moment I'm using the 17th century method, which is to basically square the end of your piece, insert it into your brass chuck, and it will turn center to center. And you can do some incredible work to it. I'm using a belt designed to be used for my steam engine over there. But yeah, so, you know, I diverted a little bit, but that watch there was made by handmade, you know, really, really old machinery. And this is another piece of machinery from right around the same time period. Mid 1800s, late 1800s, you know, or even early 1800s. They were using engines, wheel cutting engines like this, all hand powered, no electricity whatsoever, and it will cut you a gear if you know how to use it. And I do know how to use it. You can actually cut gears by using it. You know, it's old technology, but very effective. It will never break unless you throw it, but otherwise it's very simple. So I'll go through today and I will try to record my journey of restaffing this watch.
How about some tea?
Our 3 components. We have the hairspring, the balance wheel, and the roller table. Now, the roller table, I've already removed. Let's see if this will pick it up. There we go. The roller table is right there. Teeny tiny little guy right there. Yeah. So it actually has some rust all over it. I'm going to take all that off, clean it up.
Almost busy, guys. I'm busy.
It's called the castles rather than the castle. Do you think originally it would be lots of separate structures? No, I think that's a regular information. It's just how farmers refer to things that they didn't quite